on. Good. Welcome. I hope that if you're home watching on the live stream, you can hear us.
Because they can't hear us in here.
If not, we're just moving lips. It won't make sense. All right. Well, welcome. We're ready to start tonight. We thank you for joining us at the greatest venue
loud in the house.
in all of miniaturized car racing, the Impact Event Center of First Baptist Collinsville, for our 2021 Kids Cup Championship. I'm Daniel Prock alongside
He's excited.
Joey Zadro. We got some exciting action ahead of you tonight to watch. Want to introduce our crew. We have Grand Race Master Thatcher Griffith here in front of us, along with his pit crew. And we have roaming sideline reporter Elizabeth Patterson. She'll be moving around, as well as our research producer Zach Hubbard. He'll be running around. You'll see him around tonight.
Zach doesn't run anywhere.
Joey, won't you tell the viewers at home a little bit of what they can expect tonight?
Well, I'm just glad that we have people here in the building tonight. It's going to be nice that I'm not going to have to laugh at my own jokes. So I appreciate that. Tonight is just going to be a fun night of racing, lots of good competition, and I look forward to an exciting race down the track.
That's right. Let me give you a quick rundown on the format. The format is simple. Each car will run 4 times. 4 times right in a row. Their times will then be averaged out to determine the 4 fastest racers. Then we will run a championship heat of those 4 times, those 4 cars, who will then be averaged out in their speed to determine the grand champion. Now, before we begin our race, I'm going to turn it over to Joey for a quick word from our sponsor.
Well, tonight, let's go with our first sponsor. We have anybody in here tonight that's interested in supporting our youth worship night. That will be this Sunday night, April 25th at 6 p.m. Our student band will be leading worship, and we'll be taking up an offering for Super Summer. It's going to be a great time. We hope to see you Sunday night, 6 o'clock.
It's going to be great. All right, we are going to begin with our first race, the heat number 1, Car 101, Jeremiah Barnett, Car 102, Cadiz Finn, Car 103, Christopher Hudson, and Car 104, Bentley Prock.
There we go. 101 through 104.
That's right, 101
I know
through
that you
104.
guys went to Collinsville schools, but that should be pretty easy to figure out. September didn't go to Collinsville schools.
We have some exciting race action ahead of us tonight. I'm hoping those of you who are watching at home enjoy, as well as our great live studio audience. And we're beginning whenever Abram's ready.
Abram, you ready?
All right,
First
ready.
race
Here
is
we go. Race number 1.
underway. Here we go.
All right.
Wow.
And out the gate,
Neck and neck.
Bentley Prock.
Bentley.
Right
Wow.
out the gate.
That
A
doesn't
tight
seem
race.
rigged at all.
A very tight race. I have no relation to that child.
Yeah.
And Bentley, Jeremiah.
He's kind of a savant, that Bentley. He built his own car, right?
He worked on
Am I
it
correct?
hard all day long. All right,
Yeah.
cars 102, 103, 104, and 105. 101 will drop off. 105 will be joining us in lane 4. That's Judah Prock. So we'll have Cadiz Finn 102, Christopher Hudson 103, Bentley Prock 104, and Judah Prock 105.
While they're trying to grab those cars there, let me bring you a piece from one of our sponsors tonight. This race is brought to you by Scope Mouthwash. It's a new bacon-flavored mouthwash.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, it's for breath that sizzles. All right, and our racers are set. So there's some nerves tonight with the crowd. Last year, we didn't have anybody in here, and so we didn't really worry about getting it right.
That's right. It feels like it's been exactly 1 year since we've last done this.
It does feel that way.
Should be 102, 103, 104, and 105.
All right.
We got them in the right spots.
Reminds me of a joke. How many deacons does it take to... I'm sorry.
And down the
Wow.
tracks they go, blazing speed, and Judah Prock takes this heat.
Judah Prock, yet another member of the Prock family. Way to go, Judah. Nice race.
I don't know these children, but they seem like they have an attractive father. In this third race, car 103, Christopher Hudson, 104, Bentley Prock, 105, Judah Prock, and 106, Willow Wilson. Lane
Willow Wilson.
4. Here we go, off to the races.
Willow Wilson was the name of the niece on Home Improvement,
That's true.
right?
I think so.
That is right. I know I'm right. And they're off. Wow. Wow.
All right, and Bentley Proc with the win. Judah in second, Christopher Hudson in third, and Willow Wilson coming in fourth.
You need to look at that car.
Make sure you grease those wheels on 106. Yeah, make sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, our next heat, 104, Bentley Proc, 105, Judah Proc, 106, Willow Wilson, and 107, Westland Fulton. Westland, not Wesley Zach, Westland.
Westland. Well, this is the first spelling error he's made. I'm sure there's going to be more.
One of me. Here we go. Ooh, that one quick. Out the race. And Bentley Proc wins this heat. Judah comes in second. Westland Fulton, and then Willow Wilson coming in third.
The Proc brothers, it's a battle.
Heck of a
Kind of
duo,
going back and
those two.
forth there.
All right, our next heat, car 105, Judah Proc, 106, Willow Wilson, 107, Westland Fulton, and 108, Abby Jo Cunningham.
Abby Jo Cunningham. That is a racing name.
That is a racing name indeed.
Oh, we had one go off the track a little bit there. A little
Going so
off-road
fast, so
action.
Off-road.
Woo!
Westland Fulton, Judah Proc, Willow Wilson, Abby Jo in that order. Our next heat will be 106, Willow Wilson, 107, Westland Fulton, 108, Abby Jo, and 109, Jackson Proc.
Is there anybody from the Proc family that's not racing tonight?
Well, they did not allow me to race, so I'm out.
Harry Henslick in the house, ladies and gentlemen. And this race is being brought to us tonight by the Where's Waldo Social Distancing Edition. This time, he's much easier to find.
That's right. Not as much to crowd around. Gone through the race.
Wow.
And
We had
Jackson
one go
Proc
completely
with
off
win
the
there.
track.
Abby Jo, Westland Fulton, and Willow Wilson in that order. So Jackson Proc will take this heat. We promise those of you who are watching at home, eventually you will see the races and not our faces. Next heat, 107 is Westland Fulton, 108 Abby Jo Cunningham, 109 Jackson Proc, and 110 Caden Willingham.
Jackson
Caden
Proc's a
Willingham.
little bit of an overachiever.
We have,
He didn't stay on the track at all.
and he still won. Yes, he went all the way down to the end.
He shot off when he was heading to the staff meeting.
That's right. He was ready for donuts in the morning.
Okay.
Let's see who won this heat.
Hey, Joseph, go upstairs. One of you go
Jackson
upstairs
Proc
and
with
tell
the win
Zach
here.
they can't hear Daniel in the
Westland
house.
Fulton, Abby Jo, and Caden Cunningham, Willingham in that order.
Go tell him.
Tell him to turn my mic up. Tell him to turn my mic up.
All right, our next race, car 108, Abby Jo, 109, Jackson Proc, 110, Caden Willingham, and 201, Addison Guest.
Abby Jo Cunningham. What a great name. Wow, what a close race.
And Jackson Proc with a blazing
Jackson Proc.
2.39. That, I believe, is the fastest run all night.
206 miles an hour.
Our next race, 109, Jackson Proc, 110, Caden Willingham, 201, Addison Guest, and 202, Conrad Blom.
Hey, Daniel, are people ever getting too close to you?
Only all the time.
Well, then you should try wearing the Personal Spacinator. It's all you need. It's the Personal Spacinator hoop. And now it has the added scented feature. Comes in 3 distinct, encouraging aromas: filthy dumpster, old cheese, or moldy basement.
How did you know to touch my heart with moldy basement? Jackson Proc gets the win on that heat. Addison Guest, Caden Willingham, and Conrad Blom rounds out the heat. Our next run, number car 110, Caden Willingham, car 201, Addison Guest, 202, Conrad Blom, and 203, Amelia Chambers.
Go ahead and go find the kid. We'll throw it to you as soon as we figure out. Okay.
Another close race. Amelia Chambers.
We'll figure it out.
next race, car 201, Addison Guest, 202, Conrad Blom, 203, Amelia Chambers, and 204, Claire Brinson.
And then ask the question.
We get that figured out.
Do you want us to go upstairs and grab this thing? This way.
Let's see.
Wow, another close one.
Conrad
Wow.
Blom just edges out Addison Guest. Amelia Chambers and Claire Brinson round out the heat. Our next heat, car 202, will be Conrad Blom, 203, Amelia Chambers, 204, Claire Brinson, and 205, Camry Porter. Oh, good.
Let's find out.
Conrad.
We're firing it up, and down we go.
Wow.
Amelia Chambers, once again, just edges out Camry Porter this time.
Amelia Chambers running fast.
Average speed in miles per hour was 204. Now that's against the law, isn't it?
It is in most places, but not at the Kids Cup.
Our next heat, 203, Amelia Chambers, 204, Claire Brinson, 205, Camry Porter, and 206, Gracie Cunningham, another of the Cunningham sisters. And Gracie Cunningham flying
Wow.
at a 2.43
Amelia didn't
seconds.
win the day that
That
time.
was a tight race there, but Gracie Cunningham will take the heat in that run. Our next run, car 204, Claire Brinson, 205, Camry Porter, 206, Gracie Cunningham, and 207, Cade Chambers.
Let me take just a moment to mention another one of our sponsors tonight, the Earwax Candle Kit. Make a candle that is as unique as you are.
Let's see.
Wow,
Oh,
we had one go off the track.
Oh, no. Cade Chambers.
I think that's our first wreck of the day.
Cade Chambers went off the track. Gracie Cunningham did get the win in that race.
That's the same ones that tried to jump off earlier. I don't know if something's been bumped or.
Our next heat, 205.
It does
Camry
appear
Porter,
that all racers are
206,
okay.
Gracie Cunningham, 207, Cade Chambers, and 301, Boston Pickerel.
Boston, is Boston here?
Boston
Let's see Boston.
Pickerel. I hear he's from Boston.
Actually, he's from Frederick.
It's basically the same place. Down the track they go.
Well,
Everyone's
track
staying
Woo!
on.
The
A
Dalmatian
new
car
course
went off.
Track record, Boston Pickerel at 2.3840 seconds. A blazing 207 miles an hour will take the heat.
Man. Cade Chambers managed to stay on the track that time.
Right.
That was
Our
good.
next heat, 206, Gracie Cunningham, 207, Cade Chambers, 301, Boston Pickerel, and 302, Everett Grimsley.
There we go. 301, Boston Pickerel.
206, 207, 301, and 302. And they are about to be off. And there they go.
Wow, we have another one jump the track there
That's Cade again,
in
I
lane
believe.
2.
I believe that is Cade again. Has jumped the track.
We got a real track jumper.
Everett
Yeah.
Grimsley with the win there, just edging out Boston Pickerel. Once again, Cade jumps the track.
Someone told Cade this was a demolition derby.
He was ready for action. All right, our next heat, 207, Cade Chambers, 301, Boston Pickerel, 302, Everett Grimsley, and 303, Hollis Zadro.
Hollis Zadro! You're going to wait now.
And down the track they go, with Boston Pickerel once again coming in first.
I demand a
tight
recount.
race. A tight race between the four. All right next to each other. Our next heat, 301, 302, 303, and 304. That's Boston Pickerel, Everett Grimsley, Hollis Zadro, and Deacon Williams.
This race is brought to you by Quick Shower by Febreze. Skip the shower and just use Quick Shower.
You know, I quick showered this morning.
I long showered. It's
down
best
the
for
track they
everyone
go.
if I long shower.
Another blazing speed, and once again,
Wow.
Boston Pickle at
Boston
2.40,
Pickle.
just
And he
edging
went
out
off the end.
Everett Grimsley there at the end.
Lane 1 is hot.
And we will see now 302 Everett, 303 Hollis, 304 Deacon, and a new racer, 305 Xander Willingham up tonight.
Xander Willingham, Uncle Z. Uncle Z in the house.
I believe he is the only kid who is also an uncle of a fellow racer.
Woo!
And Everett
Everett
gets the win.
and Hollis neck
makes quite
and
the jump
neck.
Up to second place. Deacon in
My.
third, and Xander comes in fourth place in this heat.
Daniel, was 2021 too much for you, or is it too much for you already?
Oh, it's been too much for me for about a
Well,
year and
from
a half.
the makers of NyQuil, we now have YearQuil, because sometimes you just need to hibernate.
303, 304, 305, and 306. Jaden Von Asham joining the race. And down the track they go.
I've lost my view of the track.
And
Oh,
Jaden Von Asham takes this heat.
Hollis, another second place. I tried to
Hollis in
pull some
second,
strings
Xander
for my
third,
child.
and Deacon comes in fourth.
Apparently, I don't have any pull around here.
Just didn't get into the office early enough when we were greasing the wheels. 304 Deacon Williams, 305 Xander Willingham, 306 Jaden Von Asham, and 307 Connor Billups is up.
Connor Billups. Connor Billups sounds like a figure in a mystery novel.
Tight race, Deacon getting the win, just edging out Jaden Von Asham. Connor in third, and Xander coming in.
Everything was good, but they never counted on Connor Billups.
That's right. 305 Xander Willingham, 306 Jaden Von Asham, 307 Connor Billups, and 308 Steve Gates. You know, I've heard over the last year a lot of people have learned to duck under cameras, but not always successfully. And we've seen that a few times tonight. Down the track they go, a tight race, and Steve Gates is going to edge out Jaden Von Asham.
I
Connor in
feel
third,
that was
Xander in
probably a
fourth.
good race. I didn't
right.
see it.
We do have
But,
quite the block on the end of the track. We're going solely off the TV.
You know, it's hard to be a color commentator when you can't see the race,
It's true.
but
And
only in like a 5-second delay.
it also doesn't help that you're colorblind. 306 Jaden Von Asham, 307 Connor Billups, 308 Steve Gates, and 309 Maddox Duran down the race.
Wow.
We had another one jump the track.
Two didn't make it to the finish line.
Oh
Is this track regulation?
Can we run that heat again?
Yeah, we want to run that heat again.
no. We're
gonna
gonna
run that heat
we're
again.
Gonna run that heat again.
We had a double jumper.
For the double jumper, we're gonna run that heat one more time.
While they set that heat up, let me tell you about another one of our sponsors tonight, the Toddler Tamer ankle weights. Because sometimes you just need them to hold still.
Hey, Thatcher.
Thatcher, we're gonna run that last heat again. Hey. Yeah, let's rerun that last.
Rerun the last one.
So
We're going to
it's
rerun it.
So it's 306, 307, 308, and 309. 306, 307, 308, 309. We had a double jumper. It's like Mario.
It was always frustrating when you try to double jump and it wouldn't work. It should
You had
work
to make sure you
every
got the-
time.
You had to make sure you had the big mushroom. And all four managed to stay on the track that time. Connor Billups getting the victory. Quite the run from Connor.
Connor Billups, Jaden Von Asham.
Go to our next
Like-
race, 307, 308, 309, and 310. Connor Billups, Steve Gates, Maddox Duran, and Tatum Dallas.
This
Up to
this
race.
might be the all-name race right here. That's some fabulous names.
Great combination of names.
Mm-hmm.
Maddox, named after Duran Duran. And down the track they go. And we have Tatum Dallas. Tatum with the win. 203 miles an hour, quite the blazing speed. You know, Joey, I think this is the first year in which I have no idea what four are going to make it into the finals. It is quite a tight race each time. We have 308, 309.
At this point, I don't
310,
even know which
and
cars are going to
311.
stay on the track.
Steve Gates, Maddox Duran, Tatum Dallas, and Jalen Lazzarini in this heat.
Hey, can I get Haley Zadro to come to the booth? Haley Zadro.
And down the track they go. Tatum Dallas coming in first, just ahead of Jalen Lazzarini. Steve Gates and Maddox Duran rounding out the heat. We will now move to cars 309, 310, 311, and 101. 309, 310, 311, and 101. Jeremiah Barnett will make his return to the track. 101 in track 4, or lane 4, 311 in lane 3, 310 in lane 2, and 309 in lane 1. And down the track they go. Who's going to come in first? It looks like a close one. Jalen Lazzarini and Jeremiah Barnett in a tie. 2.4380 all the way down the track.
Fantastic race.
Tie. Good job for those.
Fantastic race.
311, 101, and 102. Kadesh Finn rejoining the track. We are getting near
We
to
take
the
just a moment and let all those who have finished 6th through 12th grade know that next week is our Falls Creek sign-up party. Hope to see you all there.
I know that I'll be there in spirit. And Tatum Dallas just heads out Jeremiah Barnett for that heat. We are down to our final regular heat of the night. 311, Jalen Lazzarini, 101, Jeremiah Barnett, 102, Kadesh Finn, and 103, Christopher Hudson will finish out our regular heats for the night. Jalen Lazzarini wins the heat. Jeremiah Barnett second, Kadesh Finn third, and Christopher Hudson fourth. We will now average, it might be just a moment, we'll be averaging out the top 4 racers and selecting them for our championship race. Now our championship race will work exactly as our races have worked. They will run 4 times, and the average of those 4 will determine our grand champion. And in our championship,
Does not feel like this is just raced by?
yes, you make a good point. In our championship heat,
Huh?
we have car 109, Jackson Prock, car 203, Amelia Chambers, car 301, Boston Pickerel, and car 302, Everett Grimsley Chambers.
Wow.
So we have one
Final
as young as
4.
2 months old, all the way up to, I believe, 11 is our oldest in that crew, or 10.
Well, this
So,
first
what
championship
age?
race is brought to you by Cheeseburger Oreos. Because sometimes you feel like a burger and a cookie.
I know that I always like a cheeseburger with my cookie. So 109 is in lane 1, 203 is in lane 2, 301 is in lane 3, and 302 is in lane 4. 109, 203.
I think Jackson Prock is an early favorite.
109
From
is
what
in
I'm
lane
hearing.
1, 109 in lane 1. Hold up. 109
Hang on.
in lane 1. 109 in lane 1.
There we go.
203 in lane 2. 301 in lane 3 and 302 in lane 4. There we go. All right, this is the first of our 4 championship races. Jackson, Amelia, Boston, and Everett. And the first heat winner is
Jackson
Prock,
Prock.
24140.
Really not even close.
That is true. It was
I'm
not
telling you,
a
lane
super
1
tight
is
race.
running hot.
This-
Lane 1 running
This
hot.
seems like a good time to remind people that I did not build the cars, and this is my nephew and not my own personal child. I did not make the cars. Scott Norris did, and this is my nephew, not my own personal child.
Way to go.
This
Way
seems
to
like a
throw
good time
Scott
let
Norris.
People know that. Once again, I did not make the cars. All right. And down for race number 2. And once again, Jackson Prock with a
Wow,
new
a
track
new
record.
track record.
2.3820 seconds down the track for Jackson Prock. He wins the
I'm
first
afraid
2
we're
heats.
going to have to inspect that car.
Our next
That is
heat,
blazing. Does he not have his restrictor plate going?
in lane 1 is 301, in lane 2 is 302, in lane 3 is 109, and lane 4 203. And down the track this time, Boston Pickerel edges out Jackson Prock.
Boston
No, I
Pickerel.
take that back. That is a tie, 2.4240. a complete tie between Boston Pickerel and Jackson Proc. And we go into our final heat. Everett Grimsley Chambers in 302 in track 1, 109 in track 2, 203 in track 3, and 301 in lane 4. Here we go, the final heat of the night. And Jackson Proc gets the win in that heat. Boston in second, Everett in third, and Amelia in fourth. We will average out those times and get our winner. But
I don't even
we
know
who it's going to be.
I think this is a no contest.
Bring him down here. Bring Jackson down here. You have the Romy camera? What? Yeah, is that a Romy camera? Okay.
We're averaging out our time, and our grand champion, if our grand champion, our grand champion is getting its diaper changed, it would seem. All right, in third place, Everett Grimsley Chambers. Everett, congratulations on third place. A great run this season. In second place, Boston Pickerel. A heck of a run, a heck of a season. And our first place, our grand champion, Jackson Proc. 2 months old. We'll have him on camera as soon as we get his diaper changed. He's our grand champion. And we want to thank you all for coming out. Thank you for being a part of this. Hey, I want to make this announcement. Everybody listening, I want to make this announcement. Remember, kids, next week is our awards night, the Kidsies. And we will have, we want you to dress nice. We're going to feed you. We're going to give out awards. A great year. Hey, parents, we thank you. We say thank you every year for sending your kids to be with us. We love having them. We love having them be a part of what we're doing here at our church. And so next week is all about rewarding them and awarding them with the great accomplishments that they've made this year. And parents, you are invited to be a part of that as well. So we want you to stay for that as well. So thank you for being here tonight. Kids, you can come get your car as well as your ribbon right over here on the table as soon as you're ready. Thanks for being a part of this great night. Champion. I thought we were done. Is it off? Is it off? To our grand champion. Alec, put the camera right over here. Our grand champion, Jackson Proc. The trophy is bigger than he is, but he is staring at it like he adores it. A true winner he has come out to be. Thank you for tuning in live. We hope you'll catch us next time at the 2022 Kids Cup races.